Name is like Goran Tomic. It's a Tomic, but Tomic, like originally Croatia. Born in Rijeka. The year was 1981. My parents are typical like business people, like working class. So it's very funny because I'm only in the family who is like little bit like in this way of like art, music. So it was quite like two completely different approach of life, So that was very. Now we are fine, like everything is working well now. But through the time it was quite, let's say, complicated, like to understand my way of living, Because for them, like, you need to work, you need to go to school, study, then find the work, that's it. Like, they're fine what I'm doing now, but it was, believe me, a long time to come to this moment. So the story was always about some kind of like travel, always like idea to travel, always something moving. So first was like, I was very enthusiastic with like planes, like example, like be pilot, just to flying around, like, or something with the sea, like ships, and just what I was dreaming about was in the like, in the core was some kind of like moving around, like investigate the things. So now it's like perfect combination of like playing and traveling around, like see the world. So that maybe like. I always like music, always listen. As far as I remember, I like music, any kind of music, but with guitar start quite, let's say, accidentally, And simply for these few years, I wasn't so impressed. Like I like music, but I like typical. Always had problem with the school, Always had problem like you need to study, do exactly like this. So it doesn't work for me. So that I quit the lessons, and then I start a bit for, let's say, like 15 years, 16. Then like big like wake up, discover especially like the rock, blues thing, music, and then I like seriously decide, okay, let's play in a like more serious way. I didn't know quite a lot, For years I was listening something, like looking for different kind of music. Of course, I think first was Paco de Lucia, I guess he had some discs, more like late period. And then it was just like discover this kind of specific sound, as you more listening, then I decide like, okay, I want to study a little bit more, know a little bit more about this kind of things. Then I decided I go to move to Spain, like let's learn something, And this moment, this travel, first one, changed a lot of things, So like. So basically, for me, like improvisation is like the most important part of like create things, like just speak, improvise, like open speak, like when you meet somebody, you try to speak, you introduce somebody, you want to discover what it's all about. The same things with the music, like just start to play. Okay, need to be some feeling around, some depends how you feel, what you want to say, but all together I think like maybe 99% of music, at least for me, is or need to be based on improvisation part, get some personal sound, you know. So it's like it's lots of influential. It's lots of fusion. So lots of fusion. Like I tell, like first love, like when I started was like blues music, you know, like that was like first thing from where I start, you know, to develop the thing. And after I discovered other kind of like different kind of ethnic music, you know, so for my part like Balkanic tradition, especially Gypsy tradition from there, it's very powerful and like quite deep thing.
Goran.
Things about dream is like any kind of fantasy things, you know, any kind of these kind of things like need to be realized. You know, this is what it's all about. You know, I never understand like somebody have some dream, just fantasy, some dream about something, and do nothing about this. So that means in my part, just ideas are like okay, realize some decent projects, you know, like put few like adequate musicians beside and play the music, you know, like.